Hey everybody, how you doing?
Bam!
We've got some nice fun people in here already today. We appreciate you guys coming in. Alexander, Carrie Leonard, Lori prepping for heaven, Jamie. Oh, hold on. I have two screens on. Plus, as you can see below, my camera's on because I'm going to take you guys out and show us all the really nice, citrus we have going on, and maybe a couple bonuses today. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
No.
Okay. It's really nice outside here in the valley right now, by the way. What would you say it is? Probably about 78, 80 degrees maybe?
Yeah, it's probably 80. It's awesome. This is the time of year I love it here.
Yeah.
We just got out of when I wanted, not
Escape.
be here. But the rest of the time I love living here, even winter time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what's funny is that that's the first thing when we saw kids riding their bikes, their Christmas present bikes on Christmas morning and like way back in the 90s, and you're like, oh God, why are we living up? We were living in the Pacific Northwest at the time, and you were like, this is the way to be. So it was fun. Hey, Suburban Hillbilly, welcome. Oh my gosh, 58. Oh, how
Oh yeah, that's
glorious is
awesome.
that? It was in the 50s here last night, and this is the weather where I just love to open up the windows at night and have that nice breeze coming through and turn the stinking air conditioner off. Just get fresh air. I love it. So we've been so I went back to work right out about 2 weeks ago, right? 2 weeks and a couple days ago, the day after
Yeah, after Labor Day.
Labor Day. Yep, yep. After a 6+ month absence. And so, boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what, that first week I could have just slept and gone to work and then come home and slept again.
Yeah, no kidding.
That takes some getting. You have to condition yourself for that, really. And I got really used to sleeping until like 8:30 or so, and just taking it easy. So, woo! I'm really glad. I'm glad to be more used to that now.
Yeah, now we just got to get you
Hey,
conditioned
Angela.
where you're ready for bed before midnight.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I did. I got used to watching the 11 o'clock news to see what they couldn't talk about at 4, 5, 6, and 7 o'clock every night. And they always leave those teasers out there. And Derek Fowler, hello.
Hey, Derek.
So thank you, all of you. Bleh, I can't talk tonight because I've been working all day. Thank you for coming in. But we were just talking about what we're doing now. I mean, now that the weather's cooling down, we kind of have to really hustle because we want to get our greens and our winter vegetables in the ground. What do we have out there right now? We've got limes that a lot of them are ready to harvest now. And 2 weeks ago, they were barely ready. And
Yeah,
now,
the only thing we really got going on is trees and bushes, like pomegranate, apples, stuff like that.
yeah, I think I'll take us out on a tiny tour so we can check it out. No, we do not get 6 feet of winter snow in the winter. However, as you know, we can drive to the snow, visit the snow, and come home. And that's the way we like it. That's the nice part about living in a valley, don't you think?
Well, it's kind of the it's kind of the same distance to go to the snow and up in the mountains or go to the ocean, and we're about in the middle of all of that wonderfulness. So
3 hours to Tahoe and 3 hours to Reno, 3 hours to Tahoe, and 3 hours to San Francisco.
yeah, it's not
Because
that
there's a
much.
lot more traffic than there used to be. It's the traffic.
It's not quite 3 hours, but it
Yeah.
depends. Yeah. Hey, if there's a wreck, your day is over.
Yeah, there is. What's funny is that this morning I had to go and get a blood draw, and so it's in a different town, and it's a little bit of a drive. Seriously, it should take 20 minutes, but it takes about 45 minutes to an hour. And sure enough, some poor person got a flat tire in the far left lane, and they got their car over to the median, thank goodness. And there was a highway patrol officer on a motorcycle helping them, and they had to go across 4 lanes of traffic to get off the freeway. And I thought, oh, that's going to start the traffic jam that is probably going on right now, even though it was at like 9 o'clock this morning, because that's how they start.
So let's see here. Hi, Carrie Leonard. Digging for help. Already said hi.
That's Andrea. And Rebecca, Suburban Hillbilly. Derek. Did you say hi to Angela? Do you know Angela? Have you ever heard of her name? Yeah.
Hi, Wendy Benjamin.
Oh, you're going to owe me a lot of Cokes. You're catching up. And then, so on the weekend, we went over and picked up some amendments for the soil. You got...
Yep, I'm going to go back to my tried and true stuff. I tried to stay away from getting manure and stuff, but I'm sorry. It just grows so much better with steer and chicken and worm castings and stuff instead of trying not to do that. But it is what it is.
I like worm castings and bat guano over the other animals.
I've never tasted it. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
I don't like any of it. I just want it to grow me stuff.
But we got all that to start on the barrels. And so we have some wine barrels that are on casters that we can move around on the back patio. And that way in the summertime, if they need shade, we can put them under shade. And then even in the winter, if we get a freeze warning and we have lettuce in there or kale withstands the frost pretty well, the kind of frost we get. We've even had spinach withstand like serious hard freezing weather. Remember that?
Spinach,
like 2007.
Spinach, kale, they're all good.
But this year we're gonna try cauliflower again. We haven't tried that for 13 years or so.
Oh, and I want to try the different cauliflowers, like the purple and it's called cheddar, but so it's orange. I want to try that. I don't know if they taste any different, but it's more fun to grow something that's goofy, or not necessarily goofy, but different.
Yeah. And the one lady at the Green Acres was telling us about the Romanesque. I've seen it at the farmer's market, but I've never purchased it. And it grows up in spirals. Have you guys all seen that? And Derek, let's see. Oh, the celery salt that Angela did. That was a good video. I like that. It was funny when she added salt at first. I was telling her earlier, oh my God, I can only imagine how salty it was to add salt to celery powder. But let's see. And then we're going to try cabbage again, red and green, I hope. And definitely Brussels sprouts. And don't worry, honey, I'll take care of those because I know you don't like them, but they sure are good.
That can go into the green waste as far as I'm concerned. However,
hey,
Renee. Beets, radishes, get all that stuff going on. I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
Just got so much work to do to get it so that we're all good. But hey, Joey.
Hey, Joey. And look at this. Romanesque is cool. My husband calls it an alien cauliflower. It does. And we were told that it's a cross between broccoli and cauliflower. So, and the gal that was talking to me, she talked about it for like 5 minutes to us. And she said it really does taste like you have those two things mixed into one vegetable.
She was like an aficionado on cauliflower and broccoli.
She was.
That was a good day.
It was. I'm going to share this funny story. I'm looking at this lady and I'm like, gosh, she looks so familiar. She just looks so familiar. She lived next door to a friend of mine, not in our actual area, in like 1985 to 1990. And for some reason, I still remembered her. Couldn't remember.
You remember 4 decades ago, but yesterday's.
Can't remember what we had for dinner last night. That's a true story.
Just saying.
Oh, that's so funny. So what I want, okay, so let's see. So we're doing the amendments and we're going to get our greens. We're getting our greens a head start right now in the barrels. JJ just dug up the rest of the onions Sunday and they're
Yeah,
drying.
so we were kind of bad onion farmers.
We were bad gardeners this summer, to be honest.
It just ran out of steam. But I planted onions in like February, something like that. And I took them out this last weekend. Yeah. Guess what? If you don't water and stuff, they preserve pretty well. And they came out. They're hard. They look good. I think they taste good. We had one.
They are gorgeous onions. I mean, they're so beautiful. I might go grab one. None of them are very big though, because you stopped watering with the intention of harvesting way back.
I got a yield of about 4%.
We got more than that. We got
not much.
20%.
No, I don't think so.
So we got these though. We've never tried these like Easter egg radishes. I'm excited about those. We can grow radishes year round if we have them in the right place. Super excited about these, the watermelon radishes. Burgundy broccoli. Oh my gosh, is that not? Can you imagine how good that's going to be? That's going to be good. Oh, good. Thank you, JJ. You're moving things around.
I want to try a green stalk too. I really want to try it with lettuce and have like different colors on each row, have different colors and kind of, I don't know.
That would be good. We got this Paris Island. What is this? Romaine lettuce, Paris Island. It looks nice. Those leaves look nice and thick. So I'm really excited about those. These are just things we bought. We already have some other seeds, but I wanted to try these. And then I like arugula. I don't know about you all. It's real peppery and delicious, but there are two kinds. One is kind of the wild type, and it just doesn't, the leaves are so thin and they're almost woody. They're just really hard. And I'm hoping that this rocket arugula is going to be a lot softer of a feel, sort of like lettuce more. I'm super excited about that. And not for nothing. Hello, ma'am. How are you? Ginger. And thank you for stopping in. So you know what, JJ? I want you to kind of talk about things. I'm going to go pick up my phone. I'm going to go out and I want to show everybody the limes and stuff because not everybody can grow these things. And so I just want to give you guys a feel for autumn in the Sacramento and San Joaquin valleys. So I'm going to put this one on hold and I'll see you guys from the backyard.
Oh wow. And off she goes apparently. No, so over the last month it's been crazy. That's why we haven't had these, but we'll have them every week now. But just crazy life things get in the way, you know. Had some issues with our trailer. She'll probably talk about that later, but so I've been trying to deal with that, and of course, work and life and all the stuff, you know. Let's see here.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You didn't want to, but you do.
I'm trying to make it so that your thing comes all the way up.
Okay, I'm going to put the camera on now.
Okay.
So this is the lime tree, and this is called a bear's lime. So this is the kind of limes that you're going to get. These are oh God, I'm so bad at that. These are the kind of limes that you're going to get at the store. And look, I'm going to go ahead and harvest that one because it just pulled right off. There we go. You guys. There. Anyway, it smells really good too. I'm just going to rub my nail on there. Oh, but this tree, see, they're the same color as the leaves. And so you think, oh, we don't have very many at all, they're not in there. Then you start poking around in that tree, and there's a lime almost everywhere you look. And it's just very, very cool. And this year, we are bound and determined not to lose sight of them until they turn yellow. That's usually when we find the bumper crop. They still taste good, but they don't look like limes. I'm going to turn the camera off because we tested this earlier, and I can make you car sick in about 3 seconds flat.
That's no joke.
Okay. Oh man, that is a thorny tree. If you don't have one, it is thorns aplenty. Okay, now this is just a tiny tree. Okay, I'm 5'10", and this tree is probably about 4 feet high. And this is the first year, though, that we've had this many lemons from it. This is a Eureka lemon. So again, these are the kind of lemons that you're used to buying in the store, the sour ones with the thick skin. Oh man. And these will probably be ripe. I don't know. What do you think, JJ? Right around between Thanksgiving and Christmas?
Yep, that's about when they usually turn yellow and they're done.
And this is a good year for this tree. We planted it just a few years ago. And so it takes a while to get established. But we've got about, I don't know, a dozen, maybe a little more than a dozen lemons on it. And this is our Charlie Brown lemon tree. And yes, he has weeds that I need to clean up. But we do have one Charlie Brown lemon on that cute little tree. There he is.
So that lemon tree right there.
The lime is bigger than the lemon.
It was one of those plants that you see in like the bargain area, and it's that they cut it wrong. So it doesn't have a center, it doesn't have a center stalk to come out and start to put out. So I was like, you know what, I'll give you 27 cents or whatever. So we put him in the backyard and off he goes.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a 27-cent lemon tree either. And then this bad boy right here, we've had this tree now for, oh my gosh, since 2008, 2009, when my mom got her Volkswagen, because we brought it home for Costco with the top down on her Volkswagen Beetle. But this guy's got probably about 100 lemons on it. And these are like the dessert lemons. This is the improved Meyer. And it's supposed to be ever-bearing, but we usually get them in the winter.
Yeah, it's all of these come up in like December. And the nice thing is you can leave them on the tree for a little while, and then you don't have to worry about putting them in the fridge or whatever. You can go out and just grab one. And
this guy got sunburned right here, but it's still going to be good, so I'm going to let it go. But yeah, inside of this tree, man, it is just loaded on the inside. I don't want to get poked by the thorns, so I'm not sticking my arm in there.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you know anything about citrus, but they get thorns like this long, little spikes, and they're all over the place. And some are a little shorter, but I've had lime. We had a Mexican lime that had spikes like this, man, and it would touch you, and you just wanted to say, "Oh my goodness, please no," because they'd grab a hold of you and it wouldn't let you go, and you'd rip apart your stuff. I'll put her back up here. So,
and you all know what this is. Woo! Look at this prehistoric bug if I can get him. Oh, golly, those things scare me.
Your video is pretty skippy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just was trying to get a picture of that ugly guy. They don't seem to harm the tree very badly. There, I don't want to get skippy on everybody. Now I'm going to go out and show them the apples, JJ. I have to get the dogs out of the garden area. Come on, guys.
Yeah, so this year we planted a bunch of trees because trees take forever to start to produce for you, and
Okay, I just can't do this. I can't be out here and not show people. See this rock right here? It says turn me over. Thanks. I needed that. And my jade.
Okay. Yeah, that looks like a squash bug to me too. But the funny thing is, we haven't had squash out there for a long time, so I'm not sure why we had squash bugs. And let's see here. And here, prepping for heaven. An aphid's really small. Actually, be amazed how small they are. And like if you look at roses or whatever, if you have aphids, you'll see they're little green guys. You can just see them kind of cruising around there and see hundreds of them. So she's at the apple tree now. So are you going to talk?
These are pink ladies, and some of them are starting to blush, but not many. I don't know if I can find a good blusher right now. Oh, here's one. Can you see that guy? There we go. Isn't she pretty? So they're starting to blush. Here's another one that's starting to blush a little bit. So we're going to give them a little bit more time. Again, I don't want to make you car sick by walking around. And I'm not going to show the tiny trees. This is funny. Total volunteer artichoke. So we're not going to get a flower from it that we can eat this year, but next year we probably will. I'm just going to put in a little bit of extra mulch around it. Okay, that's it for that garden tour. I'm gonna go catch you on the computer, JJ.
Okay. So isn't that fun? Yeah, so that the apple tree and the Meyer lemon, those are probably our oldest trees we have. They're, I don't know, the Meyer lemon we planted in like 2005 because that's when we had the pool put in. It was right around there, maybe 2006. And the apple tree was right around the same time because we put that in right after we got the pool too. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nice that they're dwarfs because you can kind of keep them in check. If not, they'll get a little bit crazy on you.
Okay, I'm back.
And there she is.
Whew. With my lime. Oh my God, these are so good. This is great in blueberry lime jam.
Yeah, and so the lime that she has, that's a Bear's lime. And they get a little bigger, and they're like the ones you see in the store. And we used to have a Mexican lime, but they're a little smaller, round. Typically make key lime pie with them, and they're really good. They're juicy too. They go yellow just like the others too, but they're really good. Apparently she ran off.
I just had to go slice this so that you all could see how absolutely juicy these are. And one thing that we've noticed from growing lemons is that, here you go, look at that, is that especially lemons, but limes do the same thing. The longer they stay on the tree, the more seeds they have. So when you get a lemon that has a lot of seeds at the grocery store, it was harvested late. And when you get the lemons that don't have a lot of seeds, that's a fresher lemon from the tree that it was harvested from, just so you know. I mean, you want to get the brightest yellow lemons, like the Eureka lemons especially. You want the skin to have like a lot of little divots in it and just be really firm. Because if they're kind of dark yellow and almost orangish, they're near the end of their harvest, if you will. You can still juice them and they're still good, but it's not good if you want to take some zest and freeze dry it or add it to your salads or your food or any blueberry lime jam. Woo, baby. So good. Annie, hi. Coming in. So we're coming into autumn and you're coming into spring. So we're talking about our winter garden right now. I hope that this was about the lemons and seeds and stuff like that. These are more things we've learned over the years from, like, we had a lemon tree in our front yard that we had to take down because I asked JJ to plant it in not a really good place. Lemon trees attract bees, and even though the bees don't want to touch anybody, it was too close to the front door and it just freaked everybody out when they walked up, even though not a sting was ever stung.
Well, we just planted it a little too close to the walkway and stuff, so it started to take over. And
goodness knows we couldn't cut it back.
So, well, I used to whack it back.
And then I'd get mad at you.
And like whack it. And then it would just grow back crazy again. So
yeah.
I wish it was just planted somewhere else, but that's fine.
Derek, I'm telling you, fruit salad would be good, huh? Right? Yeah, so we don't have any berries. I think I want to try and find some raspberries that we can get in the fall. The neighbor that gave us the other raspberry plants that were for the first, we planted raspberries the first time, and they were like, they were their discards when they had to trim everything back. I would say that we got at least 6 cups of raspberries from those plants this year, and that's not bad for just sticking them in the ground.
Yeah, I was going to say 2 or 3 pints we probably got.
It was nice. Oh, it was nice. And then for the apples this year, what do you think we have? 75 to 100 apples on there that are viable?
Yeah.
On that. So we'll do every year. We definitely do our own apple cider vinegar. That's JJ's forte. We use the instructions that were given from Mary's Nest. If you've never watched Mary's Nest, I highly recommend her. She does ferments and fruits and things like that, and uses old ancient grains and things like that. And so I think that her apple cider vinegar instructions are fail safe.
But I don't know if any of you do vinegars or not, but I have never been able to get a pineapple vinegar. I've wanted to make a pineapple vinegar, and it just gets nasty on me.
No hard apple cider, Derek. No hard apple cider. That pomegranate hooch is still sitting in the refrigerator, taking up valuable real estate.
Oh, yeah. There's still a lot sitting in there.
We're going to have to give that away for Christmas presents to adults or something. I don't know what we're going to do.
Well, hard apple cider, you just stop it a little early, right?
I don't know. Derek, do you know?
No, because it goes through the alcohol stage before it goes to the vinegar stage. So a little early, you got...
It does have that weird smell, yeah, for about a week, huh? Yeah.
I've never had
for pineapple. Did we ever try blueberry? Have we tried any other fruit but pineapple?
No, but you should be able to do a vinegar out of any fruit, that has a high sugar content.
I can't remember that one guy's name. He gets all scientific and he has really cool little white erase boards that he holds up.
That's Pro Home Cooks.
Pro Home Cooks.
Yeah.
That guy seems to just nail it every time.
He explains a lot of stuff. And
we get calm yeast like within days, and it just grosses me out. And I know we can pull
it on pineapple. Pineapple, it's like it brings in friends from out of town to attack it. And it's like, man.
Oh, Derek, that might be an idea to look at. And yes, hold on a minute. Oh, I'm on the wrong page here. You guys, if you haven't seen Mary's Nest, I highly encourage you to go check her out. She's like, and she has like 1 million subscribers now. And we started watching, she was one of the first channels we watched before COVID, actually. And then a lot of stuff during COVID. And I think we need to try that. We have pineapple juice. I've never canned pineapple either. I'd like to try that. Renee or Angela, who's wanting to make? Somebody was talking about making, adding pineapple to one of the jams, and now I can't remember. See, I can remember somebody I knew 40 years ago, but I can't remember what we talked about in the last couple days.
I'm just saying.
It's bad. It's bad. So, and veggie broth. We need to be doing that too. I'm looking up here at the chats that I missed while I was outside. It's nice and breezy out there too, but I think we have a fire somewhere because I've heard tankers taking off and landing all day. And it was really hazy this morning. You could smell the smoke. It's been a really good year, though, as far as not too many fires. Knock on wood.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Oh, Katie, what a good idea. That's a really good idea. I like that. Are you going to make a video about this? Because I would like to see it very much. I think the next little machine I'd like to get is a juicer.
No, yeah, plenty. Yeah, plenty of machines.
Yeah, I think you need a juicer.
No.
You need one.
Nope.
Juice extractor.
No.
Yes.
No.
JJ needs a juice extractor.
No, ma'am.
Oh, this is it. This is it. Right here. It was Angela. I just think that sounds so interesting. I've got to see this. May I say, I am in big stinking trouble. You guys, I have paper and notes all over the place here, and it still doesn't do me any good.
Well, the funny thing is that she forgets it all and expects me to remember it for her. And I'm like, I can't even keep track of my own crap. I'm not sure why you think I'm going to be able to keep you on task.
I think what we'll do is try and we'll experiment with it, Derek. And maybe we'll just like document what we do and what works and what doesn't. Tom Garvey, hello. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, Tom.
Tom had an excellent video earlier that I watched. It looks so good. It had some, what was that? Steak what? Poire? Steak poire? Oh, man, Tom, that looked good. And so let's see. So what else do we have going on? We are going to be changing our dietary things. I've been doing for years now. I've been doing research about colon cancer and possible causes and stuff like that. And unfortunately, all my favorite things cause cancer. So we're slowly emptying the meat out of our freezer, although we're not going to completely go meatless, JJ, so don't go getting all creepy. But we are going to eliminate we're not going to be eating meat like every single day. We're going to go plant forward, and that's how we're going to start, is going plant forward. We've been eating a lot of really good salads lately, and that's why we're trying to get all these greens into the wine barrels and things like that so that we can get a head start on the greens. I don't know where all of you are. I went to the grocery store earlier because I needed to just grab some lettuce. I wanted like some red leaf lettuce at the grocery store. And we do try and get farmers market lettuce as often as possible. But this past week, I only got enough for a couple of days. So I went to the grocery store and I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to pick up like a couple heads of like maybe some of the butter lettuce for one and the red leaf lettuce for another. They were $3.79 a head. And these are skimpy heads. They were not good. The broccoli, oh my gosh, $1.79 on special. But you know how you want firm broccoli so you can steam it and it's got some good body to it? All of the broccoli was like bendy. It was what I would throw out to the chickens, quite frankly. So bummer.
Yeah, I don't know what's up because we used to have, like maybe it was a day out of the ground or whatever, and it was in the store,
Hmm.
and it would last for have carrots in the crisper for 2 weeks or whatever.
Or 4.
Right
Carrots used to last forever.
now it's like 3 or 4 days, and they're all like you can shake them and
Limp biscuits.
yes, and
It's
it's
just
like,
not good. Not good.
hey Janet,
Hey, hi. It's good to see you too. Thank you for popping in. Oh, what's this? The bendy broccoli could be. Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. That's a very, very good idea. Because when we steam our broccoli, I still use the old fashioned steaming method. So we have, those collapsible steam baskets that you put into your pan. So we just put our broccoli in there after it's been rinsed and cleaned. And I like the stalks, so I'll add those too. And we bring it up. I bring it up to a boil, covered. Bring it up to a boil. As soon as I see the steam coming out of the side, I shut it off. And usually we sprinkle lemon or lime juice over the top. Yum, yum, yum. And maybe a little fresh pepper. And we're good to go. But I don't think our broccoli cooks for a total of 5 minutes, does it?
I
You don't know. You're usually out at the grill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and see, I love broccoli slaw too. There's everything about broccoli is good in my opinion. I seriously could eat it every day. Tonight we're going to have leftover pomodoro, and which is just a basic fresh tomato sauce, and it has it has an onion from our garden, it has garlic from our garden. We did not grow the tomatoes, unfortunately, and basil from our garden, and we had that Sunday.
So but we got the tomatoes straight from the farmer. So
we did get the tomatoes from a farmer. Heirloom tomatoes for $2 a pound at the farmer's market. I was like, score. So we got those. And then we're going to have a salad. And I'm going to put mine over. I'm going to put my pomodoro over spaghetti squash. And I'm going to do it a la Tom Garvey, the keto cook style. And JJ, you can either have that or I'll make you noodles.
Yep, there'll be noodles in my future.
Oh, man. Oh, Janet, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We do. And so I think I'm going to use this opportunity not as a gratuitous thing, but we put a video out. I put a video out encouraging people to be positive in the face of adversity. Okay. And I used my cancer story, and we were up in the state of Washington, and I was at this, oh God, that lake was so beautiful, Trout Lake. And it's up not far from Tony at Kettle Kitchen, actually, like was a half hour away from where he lives. Yeah. We got to meet Tony and Patty. That was super cool.
About 5 miles off the beaten path. So you're going up
one lane twisty road up to this lake, but it was so peaceful. So we put out this video, and we were on vacation, so we couldn't see like what was going on, right? We couldn't see what was going on with our channel. And then we got home. Well, actually, we put it up before we went camping after we got home. So then we went to this remote campground along the North Yuba River in California, and there was no connectivity. So we couldn't really see what was happening. And this video took us from like 850 subscribers to 1,800, like for the 2 days that we were camping.
Well, no, we
did sneak down to Nevada City.
No, we had monetized just before that. So we'd monetized just before that, but when we went to Washington, we had monetized just before that. Then when we came down into
when he says Washington, he's not talking about Spokane. He's talking about Washington, California.
Washington, California. It's up in the Sierra.
Teeny tiny town.
Yes.
Okay.
And so yes, we had just passed that, but then that video
took us higher, but then I put out my cancer warning signs video.
Yes.
And that has 184,000 views. Never. I wanted to.
You put that video out just before we went to Washington.
Okay.
We wanted to see how it did when we were in Grass Valley. We're like, well, what's going on? We just put it out, yesterday or whatever,
Yeah.
and it already had like 3,000 views or something. It was crazy.
It was like our fastest growing video. But you know what, you guys, I got to share this. I have had emails and texts and not texts, but comments from people in South Africa, India,
Around the world.
Pakistan, New Zealand, Australia, everywhere. It's like the English speaking world. And then just a couple days ago,
Kenya,
I got one.
Nigeria, all over the
Yeah.
world. It's been
We got
amazing.
the one from Germany yesterday, from Germany. And it really, I just wanted one person to think, maybe I should go get a colonoscopy. And it really is a gratifying feeling to know that a lot of different people are going to go out and do that. So that was just super awesome. And I know a lot of our friends watched it and a lot of you guys. So thank you very much for doing that. I don't know. It was just super awesome. So I'm going to get off of that. Thank you, Janet. And you inspired me when you talked about your heart failure that you had. And I just, wow, I just can't even imagine what you go through every day. So we're talking, no, let's go back to gardening. So we're going to put in, now that you guys know why we're going plant forward, we're going to be putting in peas, which we can grow in the fall and the winter here. Wait, fall and spring. We just can't plant them too early because they'll kind of burn off like lettuce does here in the valley. And so we're going to do peas, and I think we're just going to do, JJ is not super into peas. So
fresh peas are about the only peas I'll eat. So we'll be good with that.
Yeah. And I think we're not going to do the flat peas that you have in Chinese food. Snow peas.
Yeah.
We might do a few of those. I really like growing snap peas. I just like those really nice big peas. And actually the pods are pretty good when you're out snacking in the garden too. I just eat the whole thing. They're good. And let's see here. There you go. I love it. I love it when kids see the food growing. Our youngest son, we planted, they lived primarily with their mom. And so they would spend summers with us. And so I remember remember when we planted those pole beans?
Oh, yeah.
And when he saw those first beans growing, oh my gosh, it was just transformative for him. And he was so proud of them. And I think he's been eating those ever since, quite frankly. And yep, kids do want sweets, but I think when they have a hand in growing, I really think when they have a hand in growing it and seeing it, it changes their mind. And when they can pick one off of the vine and try it, they realize it's not the same as the things that we cook or that we buy in a bag in the frozen food sections. I love snow peas too, but they just don't like to grow. I don't know what it is, why they don't like to grow here. I wasn't really successful when I grew those. Maybe it could be where I had them. Maybe they need a little bit more shade. It could very well be that. Yeah, okay, Derek, I'm going to go blank for again. Hold on, I'm going blank for a second.
Yeah, Derek, we do grow our own garlic. And actually last year, I was a little late in ordering it. So here we should actually grow soft neck garlic. But the only thing I had available that I could get was hard neck garlic. So I kind of tricked it a little bit and put it in the fridge for about a month so that it got nice and cold, and then I put it out. But yeah, soft neck garlic, they grow it like crazy not too far from here.
Okay, I'm back.
Down in Gilroy
garlic. So this is like a purple. Is it Italian?
Purple Italian.
And it's real mild. I think it's a lot like elephant garlic, but like JJ just said, we planted these late, and we think that, and they're hard neck. We should really be growing soft neck here. But this grew okay. I don't have my lime for comparison. These aren't very large right here. That's not showing either, is it? They're not very large. I want to pickle some of this. I think that would be really good. And then I am going to brag on your onions that you just harvested. So not huge, but very beautiful. A nice yellow onion. No red onions.
Go from about this big to like
and then this is a white onion, and we typically just like to use these in salsas.
Yeah.
These are the best onions for Mexican food, in my opinion. So these are just now starting. I mean, he pulled them Sunday, so see, I've left that on there. Whoa! There goes the coffee cup and the water. Thank goodness they had sippy cup lids on them. But yeah, we've been doing a lot around here, I'd say, especially in the last couple of weeks. I have to pick these up. I don't want to stain. Okay. So, yes, Xander, I'm having blonde moments. I used to be blonde when I was a child.
Actually, I thought it was the other way around.
Oh, hey, thanks, Rebecca. That's good to know.
I thought it was the other way around, though. But either way, I just want it to last long enough before I eat it.
Yeah. This garlic, when did we harvested this garlic before we went up to Washington State, right?
Yeah.
And put it on the nets. And then here's another here's a drying tip or a curing tip for you. If you live in a place that's humid outside or something, and it would be hard to dry these root things like onions and garlic. I went to Home Depot for like $12. I'm not gonna try and drag all this stuff into that room. We bought a clothes drying rack like that you would put your sweaters on, but it folds up and it's portable, so it can be put away. And it has like mesh, and I'd say it's what, maybe 3x3 square or 2x2 square.
Yeah,
with
somewhere around
four levels. And we lay them on those, and we do tighten them up a little bit with those clippy things that people use in offices. I don't have any right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little change up with that this next year, and make kind of a frame that goes on there that's hard. That'll just
because they sag. They sag a little bit.
It'd be really nice to keep those nice and level, because we could, I set them in the man cave and turn the fan on, and it keeps air moving around them. They dry out pretty nice. That's a really nice thing.
Mm-hmm.
To dry out that stuff.
Because we only use it a couple times a year. Really.
Use like hardware cloth on a 2x2 and put it around there, and then you can just set them on there, and it dries. It's really awesome.
Thank you, Rebecca. Hi, Nanny Tam. Thank you for coming in. Yes, and actually, Xander, we are going to be, I'm actually going to freeze dry some garlic. And some of it, I just want to pickle it because I love pickled garlic. And I'd really like to freeze dry some cloves that I can just dump on top of stuff for a crunch. And then a lot of it will go and be freeze dried and then powdered. I've been doing that with my tomato skins. When we're about every other week or so, we've been roasting and canning roughly 14, 15 quarts of tomato sauce for the past, 8 weeks. So I take the skins after I slip them off and turn them into like a slurry in the Vitamix, and then put them into the trays, freeze dry it, and 4 medium Harvest Right freeze dryer trays, freeze dried completely, turn into 1 pint of tomato powder. And you can make tomato, depending on how much water you use to hydrate it, you can make tomato paste or tomato sauce if you wanted to, tomato juice. But I want to powder as much as what we grow or possibly think about wasting because it just doesn't have like the tomato skins. There's not really a good use for them, and you can't can them safely because they harbor too much bacteria. And but there's still no reason we can't, after they're washed and cleaned and everything, there's no reason that we can't powder them up. You just can't can them. So I'm excited about using that. We have 2 pints because I haven't freeze dried all of it, but we're adding it to our super greens powders that we have. And it's really good.
And yeah, it'd be nice to, have garlic powder that you grew, what's in it, and not have to go to get spices and stuff. That at least that spice.
Well, I want to add that, and I have a friend who has a peppercorn tree in his backyard, and I'm going to go see and he throws them away every year. I'm like, duh. So I'm going to see if I can't go out and rake up the leaves and clean those out for him this year. It'd be helpful for him too. But I want to make our own lemon pepper and like maybe some garlic lemon spice blend and have all of it from the yard. That would be really gratifying. And there would be no salt in it, which we don't want to add sodium to our diet. So that'll be cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, we already have plenty of salt in all of our diets, I think.
Except for what we can, which is why we can a lot.
Yeah, peppercorn tree. Imagine that. I'm just saying, you kind of got to shake it to get it going on.
They just fall off when they dry and shrivel, and they fall off. And This is the funniest thing, Angela. I was best friends with this guy's daughter growing up from kindergarten on. And I had no idea that tree in their backyard that we used to sit under and play Barbies and all that in the shade, no idea that it was a tree that grew pepper. And that family doesn't like garlic or pepper. So he just throws them away. Like, oh my God. And he doesn't spray. He's totally organic. So note to self, I need to go over and see how the peppercorns are doing.
Yeah, might be able to get it by the gallon.
Nah, I'm not going to sit and go through it. That is a really good idea. Okay, Nanny Tim, everybody here who does not have a freeze dryer, you can go on to the Harvest Right website. Every single month they do a giveaway, and the medium freeze dryers now come with 5 trays, not 4. And I don't know, Angela, I'm not sure if you did this or not, but I haven't gone to look. We could get we could buy a 5 tray thing for our medium Harvest Right, but I would guess that it's probably in the neighborhood of like $500 or $600 up to $1,000, and we're fine with 4 trays. I mean, if it's going to be expensive to retrofit it, because I really don't want to throw the other one away. We've only had the machine for 7 months.
We don't need more than we have right now.
I don't think so. But if you bought a new one, or if you won a new one by getting a free drawing on their website, you would be getting 5 trays instead of 4, and you could just do that much more at one time. The only thing is that there's it still fits in the same chamber. So I guess there's just the tiniest bit less headspace for, like, if you had, let's say,
or if you're doing candy or something, it might puff up to where it touches there now. I don't know.
Yeah. No way. I believe it. I believe that. Yeah, you know what? I had no idea. I was sitting out. We were hanging out in my friend's dad's backyard not too long ago, sitting under the tree, and I was like, "What are those little things up there? The little seeds on the tree?" And he goes, "It's pepper." He's a grumpy guy. And I was like black pepper, like the pepper that we put in our food. And
I know who you're talking about now. And no, it's not me.
No, it's not you. But yeah, I mean, this tree is loaded with peppercorns, and I just thought that it was a male tree of some sort, and it just had these little berries because they're Chinese pistache. Some of their trees have the little tiny berries on them, and there's a lot of trees like that. So I just never really thought about what the actual fruit was, if you will. I don't know, but it's funny.
Well, most female trees will have a fruit. Will have.
So maybe it's a female tree. I don't know. But the Chinese pistache, I think oh no, we had to get a male tree, so we didn't have
That's
the
right.
berries. If you guys haven't ever seen a Chinese pistache tree in bloom, oh, so beautiful. Yeah, that is a whole lot of money there, though. $120 an ounce. There are some mushrooms like that. It'll say, $58 an ounce. Well, you really only need like one thousandth of an ounce to have enough to eat. So it cracks me up.
So you have your 4-minute warning, lady.
I have my 4-minute warning. Okay. Well, 3-minute now, actually. But I'm glad that you guys all came by. Thank you very much. Thanks for the chat. That's pretty fun to talk about all these things. We'll probably start sharing more plant forward recipes. Although last night we did have a wonderful vegetable soup, and we used some round steak from JJ has an uncle in another state that raises beef. And because his aunt can't have any corn products, period, he raises it. It's grass fed and grass finished on their property. And we had round steak, which is a cheap piece of meat. Not in that vegetable beef soup. Wasn't that good?
Yeah, it was really good.
So yeah, we're emptying out the freezer, but we'll be bringing a lot of really fun recipes. And I plan on using my freeze dryer a lot more, because I had some freeze-dried cauliflower and broccoli, and it's just like having croutons, and it's a great snack instead of frying like potato chips or something. So I think we'll be bringing a lot of fun things to the table. Pardon the pun.
I want you to make that mozzarella cheese again.
Oh, the vegan mozzarella cheese?
Yeah, it was really good.
I'll make it. I'll make it very soon because it is good. And maybe I'll make it before the tomatoes aren't inexpensive at the farmer's market.
It takes an awful lot of time compared to going to the store and grabbing a hold of some mozzarella cheese, right?
Yeah, but if you can't have cow's milk, it's a great alternative.
Yeah.
And it melts on pizza. It melts.
Cheese. It tastes like cheese. It's really good.
Yes, Derek. It's a thing. Ooh, I could use those cheeses that lady makes that I've made before, and we could melt it over like for a cheese sauce on.
Sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. On that note, it's 5:59 p.m. in the Big Valley,
and we appreciate you all stopping by, and
very much so.
We really appreciate you.
So watch for some of our fun recipes with the look. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm still amazed every single day that we are fortunate enough to grow these things. Okay, there's the chime of the clock. What do you say, JJ? Thank you for visiting Big Valley Living. Thanks, everybody.
See you later, everybody.
Be kind.